The Blues Brothers, starring Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi, are coming to San Antonio on Friday, August 5th for one night only.
What do you want for nothing? Arraba biscuita.
This historic concert event celebrates their 40th anniversary tour. All concert seats go on sale Saturday, April 30th at 10 a.m.
Hey! Come on now!
Don't miss your chance to see this dynamic show, The Blues Brothers, presented by PMX Events.
Let's go ahead and start off with the Huddle Up. Do you name it the Huddle Up? Okay, it still says just WTF Huddle Up, but we say the Huddle Up because we're children.
I did name the show the Huddle Up.
Okay, I like that. It's still there. But let's go ahead and before we get into high school news, let's talk a little bit of college football, because if you don't know me, I enjoy me some college ball every once in a while. And what better week to have the last battle of the Piney Woods than the same week that we're talking about the Piney Woods on WTF. It just happened to work out so perfectly.
It really did.
It did. So this is, in fact, the 96th Battle of the Piney Woods. And if you don't know, it's between Sam Houston State and Stephen F. Austin. This matchup has been around, I guess it dates back to 1923. So it's been around for a long time. And it's a really good rivalry game between two really good dominant FCS teams in the area. However, this is probably going to be the last time that we see this matchup, at least for a while, for a couple of different reasons. Sam Houston State, currently in the FCS ranks, they're moving up to FBS next year. They're going to be joining our good friends at Conference USA next year. SFA left behind. They are still going to be in the WAC. And if you haven't read it yet, our college football insider Mike Craven actually put out a really good piece this week over this game. He actually got to talk to Casey Keeler at Sam Houston State and Colby Carthel, the head coach of Stephen F. Austin. Man, they're two really good guys too.
Oh yeah,
we had them on our podcast. And man, they're so awesome. They're two good people, but Craven asked a really interesting question that I've got a whole quote on because I wanted to show you guys. Asked Colby Carthel this week, the SFA head coach, about it being probably the last matchup in a while. And you might think, oh, well, they can still, FCS and FBS teams play all the time, and sometimes we see an FCS upset. But here's what Colby Carthel said. He said, "This is the last one for a long time, as long as I'm the head coach at SFA. Unless they want to write a check for $500,000, which makes sense. We're going Saturday to play an FBS opponent on a neutral site for no money. That makes absolutely 0 sense. If we're going to play an FBS opponent, we need to be getting paid $500,000 so we can help the rest of our athletic programs here at SFA." Which makes sense.
Perfect sense. I mean, that's why that is the sole reason why FCS teams play FBS teams, is because they get a fat paycheck for it. And he's exactly right too, when that doesn't just go to the football program, that it's $500,000. It goes to a lot of places.
Exactly. Well, and now when you read the piece, it doesn't exactly Casey Keeler didn't really say, if he would like the matchup to stay or if he'd like it to go away, but if I'm going to kind of give my 2 cents in here, if I'm Casey Keeler, I don't want to keep playing SFA. And here's why. Because this game, it's a rivalry game. It's on a neutral site. They played RGV Stadium? NRG Stadium.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
NRG Stadium. They play at NRG Stadium, which is a neutral site. And it's always really close because it's a rivalry game. So if I'm Casey Keeler and I'm moving up to Conference USA as an FBS opponent, I don't want to play an FCS team with the likelihood of maybe getting beat.
Yeah, because
that'll be the first. Yeah, that game will probably be scheduled earlier in the schedule. So yeah, if I'm Case Keeler, I don't want to schedule that game.
Yeah, there is nothing worse than having to pay someone to beat you, especially someone that you do not like.
Exactly.
If that happens, I go back to when in 2015 when North Texas lost to South Dakota State or something.
2016? You said?
2015, because it was when Coach McCarney got fired. But they literally handed him like a 50-point loss and then had to pay him $1 million to fly back home with.
That's why
you don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do that. But nonetheless, it'll be a good game. It's going to be it's probably going to come down to the offensive, defensive lines in this game. Both have kind of struggled on the offensive line this year. Defensively, they look pretty good, both teams on the line. So it'll definitely be a battle in the trenches. We'll hear a little bit more about this game later when we talk to Garrett. So, yeah, there's your little Battle of the Piney Woods action for this week.
Love it.
Make sure to check that game out.
And Craven's going to that game, correct?
Craven is going to that game, so make sure to follow him for all your Piney Woods, Battle of the Piney Woods updates.
Nice.
So, yeah, he'll probably write some stories on it. But anyways, let's move on to some really cool high school football news. It's not Texas high school football. It's OKTXHS news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. HSFB.
There you go. Yeah, it was like
Oklahoma
the
high school
Oklahoma
football.
and then Texas does not follow.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. But yeah, we found some cool news in the headlines this week. Matt Stepp actually is the one who brought it up. Way in Wacoma, Oklahoma, if you've ever heard of it. I haven't until
I think
this
it's
point.
Wowoka.
It is?
Yeah.
Wowoka?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you please help us in the comments if you know what it is. But yeah, look at that. Wowoka. Okay, let's say it like that. Okay. There were 2 females who stepped up in a big way last Friday night. And let me read you what this tweet says. They're the 2 girls there right there. Due to different reasons, our football team was not going to be able to play tonight due to a lack of players. These 2 senior girls stepped up and played for us, so we did not have to forfeit the game. This is what makes Wowoka so special. Thank you to Natalie Davis, number 9, and Callie Ramsey, number 5, on that screen right there, which is... That's pretty
super cool. I love this photo too. That's that's
so
Callie,
cool.
and she's straight cheesing, and then you can see this one. It's a little bit blurry, but it's Natalie Davis, and she's got the mouth guard in, and she's hustling off the field. So they legitimately played too.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't get to check to see what that score was, and hopefully they won from that. But yeah, they look like 2 badass women right there.
Yeah,
just
that's super, super cool.
Making history, I'm sure, there. So congrats
Shout
to them.
out
Shout out
Wowoka.
to them. Shout out Wowoka, Oklahoma. Texas, be like them. Texas high school football. Be like them.
Be more like Wowoka.
Be more like Wowoka, wherever that is in Oklahoma. But there you go. There's some cool headlines. And now let's go over to Ashley Pickle, AP, for your Week 6 Texan Live viewing guide. Games you can watch on TexanLive.com.
Yeah, we have, again, it is a little bit of a light week. This is one of the largest bye weeks in the state of Texas. If you have a 6-team district, most everyone is off. So literally a third of the state is off this week.
Yeah, this in Week 4 is tough.
Yeah, because in Week 4 it's the 8-team districts, and then in Week 6 it's the 6-team districts. But we still have an unbelievably full slate of games. Tonight, I would recommend watching Katie Taylor and Katie Tompkins play. I'm interested to see how Tompkins handles them. But I think the big headliner for me tonight, and this might sound like a shock because it's a team that we don't usually talk about a whole lot until we get to the playoffs, is Katie is taking on Katie Jordan tonight at 7. And the reason that is notable is Katie Jordan is I got like crazy stuff going on with my hair right here. Katie Jordan is the new team down there, but they have looked really, really good. They blew... Who did they blow out of the water last week? Oh, this is going to irritate me if I don't get this right. We're going to look it up.
I'll look it up with you.
We literally just talked about it. Katy Pato. They blew Katy Pato.
I was just about to say Pato. I think,
out of the water, 41-13 last week, and that's big. I mean, Pato's struggling, I think, a little bit more, obviously, moving up to 6A. That will be interesting to see, but I think that this will be a really good measuring stick on how good Katie Jordan actually is. So that one heading down at 7 o'clock tonight. Then tomorrow, we do have volleyball on the schedule if you want to watch some Wimberley and Canyon Lake action at 6 o'clock. But I think that Katie Morton Ranch and Katie Seven Lakes is always interesting, especially because Morton Ranch and Seven Lakes, that's always kind of a deciding seeding type game. So I like that one. I also like at 7 o'clock Weiss and Temple. Very interested in that just to see Temple just keeps doing this.
They're so confusing.
I would love to see what they do against this Weiss team. So there's that. Atascocita is also taking on Westbrook, so interested in that one as well. And then on Saturday, if you were looking for sporting action at noon, we've got 2 different water polo matches.
And you watched water polo this week.
I did watch water polo this week on Texan Live. It was very interesting. And then I would say that probably Cy Springs and Cy Ranch is the headliner on Saturday, that one at 6 o'clock p.m. So plenty of action on a lighter week. It is not lighter on Texan Live. You can get there and watch all the games that your heart pleases.
Yeah, and we don't talk about that enough. Like, everybody knows that we broadcast, like, football and stuff on there. But, yeah, we do all sports, especially when it comes playoff time. We are broadcasting every single sport in the state of Texas when it comes playoff time. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot. So if you're not a football fan, if you're just on here to watch us talk, but you're not a football fan, if you're a volleyball fan, yeah, head on over to Texan Live, buy a subscription, and you can watch all of the different sports that you want to watch. So there you go. There is your news for this week and the games that you can watch on Texan Live heading into the fantastic weekend.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.